This is so good, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's better than before. Maybe I'm just more hungry.
I think it's the guy.
It's
a
the
new
guy.
It's
Oh, it's a new guy?
Mm-hmm.
He has it together.
And aggressive. Very aggressive.
He's at least level 50 at sandwich making.
Level 50.
Oh! What's up, guys? Hey guys, welcome to the JAWA podcast, season 10, episode 15. Wait, season 6, season 5? Is it season 5? Season 6? Season 5 or 6, episode 3, episode 7, anyway, doesn't matter. So, welcome to the JAWA podcast, level 50 sandwich special. Today we're going to talk about a cool array of topics, per se. I'm here joined with Nightwing.
Hello.
Yeah, Nightwing. Yeah, great. All right. So we're going to cover a few things today. We're going to start with talking about the recent Teamspeak revival, followed by the promotion day. It's this Sunday. And specific event days, some applicant poll streamlinedness, the JAWA art showcase, and then at the end I have an announcement. So let's just dive right in here. Let's dive into the pool of JAWA goodness given to us by the podcast team. Nightwing, are you ready to dive? I know I'm ready to dive.
Always.
All right, cool. So let's go swimming. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the Teamspeak revival first. I personally can't use Teamspeak very much because I have connection issues, but we'll figure that out on our own time. But tell us a little bit about some Teamspeak stuff. Have you noticed like statistic differences, or like have you noticed like how has the Teamspeak revival really come into play, and like how is that going?
Yeah, so about 2 weeks ago or so, we sort of kicked off Teamspeak again with I stripped everyone from admin basically and got 3 other captain admins, Jasp, Ironskull, and Dace to sort of generate interest and generate people's
You said so you stripped them. So you saw them naked and like
Of course.
wonderful. That sounds really nice. Okay, cool. So all right, cool. Continue. Sorry.
So yeah, on top of that, we've had a steady sort of increase to the point where I think we've had about 14, maybe a few more on at one specific time as well.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, and we've had a steady sort of 3 to say 5, 6 people on most days. But so it's going now and it's up and running. It's just getting people to keep interested. We're gonna look at specific TeamSpeak things we can do, like TeamSpeak meet and greets, and any cool quizzes or events that we can come up with, just to sort of bolster that activity.
Nice, that's really cool. I think TeamSpeak is always cool for people that like, because I mean it's like hard to really convey certain things. I think it's especially helpful for like international members who English may not be their first language or something. It helps them like kind of convey what they're intending more with like the inflections, and it's like cool like that. It's also really helpful in competitive like team free-for-alls and stuff, because typing takes a little longer than sometimes beneficial. That's really cool. So TeamSpeak, all right, and I'll talk to you soon about like getting my own connection to TeamSpeak working again.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's go on to promotion days. Yeah, promotion days is really exciting. As I said before, I've been in JAWA now for 6 years, and it's always exciting to get promoted. I mean, I haven't probably been promoted other than like just like returning and leaving the council in like 4 or 5 years, but I'm always excited to promote people and to be around people getting promoted. And it's the first time I've ever seen anyone announce anything about like a specific day for promotions, and that's kind of cool. I've been obviously really oblivious to everything because I've been super inactive, but So how did this like come to be? Like, how did you guys decide to do some promotion day event, or like, give us some details? Like, how was this conceptualized?
I can't remember what sparked the idea, but basically me and Link was talking when we met up recently, about JAWA and a few ideas we had. And promotion days sort of was a bit talked about in that, and then obviously in the council, and we took it to the clan and sort of tried to see whether it was interested, whether it was something that people would be interested in.
Cool, nice.
So yeah, it's sort of just like, it's sort of for like anyone who's backlogged in the promotions, which can happen from time to time. As you know, with people working, people going to school.
Yeah, time differences and whatnot.
Yeah, sometimes they can be waiting for a promotion, mainly just because we can't always get to them, and they can't always see us, and it's just a bit more difficult. But hopefully with this, where it's a specific time and date, people can sort of find us and we can find them and promote them in all together, really, as a ceremony, make it a bit more special.
Very cool. Yeah, I think, and this is, to my knowledge, this is going to be public, you know. It's not like allies and people on the server will be able to be around for these promotions, you know. I mean, obviously if they behave and stuff, but like, so this is a public thing?
Yeah, completely public.
That's great. I think that's really cool. It'll be cool also, I think, for server traffic to like see us giving promotions more regularly, because I feel like a lot of people play around that time. So it'll be cool. I think it'll give us more of like sort of an activity like thing happening too. And I think more people might be motivated to play more knowing that there's somewhat of a chance, you know, every Sunday to get promoted, or like they'll know, just it'll be, I don't know, it might be like a motivating factor. I think it's a really good idea.
Yeah.
All right, moving on now. Oh, another thing about promotion day, sorry, before we move on. I think it'll be really convenient for Elite and Master Trial results to just be that way also, because we have a lot of issues struggling Elite and Master Trial result ceremonies. And I think it'll be cool. It'll be a little bit more incentive. It'll be like, oh, promotion days, but this one's going to be special because there's like a yellow rank possibility or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. All right, now specific events. So I don't personally know like what this means. I know we do like to do a lot of events, but like, is there a plan to do like a weekly specific event thing, or like a sort of like with what frequency do you see these events happening?
I think at the moment the idea is sort of developing to some days being, say, for a few hours a day, it'll be dedicated to, say, guns on the server, force on the server, capture the flag, power door, just for a little bit of the day on specific days, so people know when to go, when not to go. So yeah, it's still in sort of early stages, just getting interest, seeing what people are looking for. But it's definitely a possibility that it'll be happening at some point.
It might be kind of fun to let it be like, you could have like, under the, you know how people like to suggest events or test out events a lot. It would be cool to maybe make one, like, if figuratively, let's say like there's a weekly event day, and then like once a month we could like pilot a new event or something that people could try to be a part of. I had a funny idea about a potential event, or not necessarily an event itself, but like have like one day a month, or like on a certain like, on maybe on the next JAWA anniversary or something, or on the next whenever there's a new council member or something, like have an event that's like DFA a council member day, where like, and then like you have to like, so like council members now, like for like one specific like you can collect for like a day, you can collect council members, so like you can DFA them, and then you can get different, like if you screenshot it and then you turn them in, and then it could be like a running ladder. It'd be kind of funny. I don't know.
Yeah, I found a really old event actually made by a Link, which might work well with that. So yeah, I think that'd be cool. I'd be up for it, even if none of the other councils were.
DFA leader day. That would be like leaders would be bonus points. But the catch could be that all of us would have like EMP or something, or like, like, so it would be like harder to kill, but it wouldn't necessarily be laming because we would be equipped with like extra. I don't know, but it could be kind of funny. Anyway, yeah, let us know in the comments or reply to this video saying if you'd be interested in having a DFA council or leader day. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people in JAWA that'll find that idea kind of exciting. All right, so moving on. Is there anything else about the event days you wanted to talk about before we move on?
No, but if you've got any ideas, there's a topic obviously on the forums about the event days. So if you've got any ideas, just post them in there.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I might make a post about the DFA council thing soon. All right. So applicant polls. So recently there's been applicant polls in the sidebar and stuff. Was that you or Link or like who decided to do that?
Yeah, Link came up with the style for that, yeah.
Nice, cool. I think that's really cool. And I can definitely say that like I don't know how necessarily like I said, I've been inactive, so I don't really know how it's affected the application process, but I can definitely say from firsthand experience that we're always improving the application process, like compared to when I first joined relative to what it is now. I think is a lot cooler. It just like makes more sense. I think a lot of people pose the argument that it like takes too long to get into JAWA, but I feel like almost the lengthening of the process like makes it better to see if people are fit for JAWA. I don't know, that's cool. But I think also, but then that got a little bit too long because it's hard to get 20 votes or something. In a short amount of time. So I think this is a good way to strike kind of the balance between the previous, like when I first joined, it was like 10 votes, and then people would get accepted and leave all the time because it wasn't like people didn't really get a chance to fully like scope out the clan before they joined. So I think it's kind of cool that we moved it up to 20, but then you have the issue of certain members are, maybe not as forum active or something, so it takes a really long time then to get the 20 votes. So I think having a sidebar like that is a good reminder, because, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's never an issue, like visiting the forum is never an issue, right? Like I always see so many people are on the forum every day, it's just more of an issue of like checking all the topics is something that's harder for people to do. So yeah, I think this... Yeah. Like, personally, like, even when I'm inactive, I still visit the forum, like, at least once a day, just to, like, and I see what new topics and announcements, just to keep kind of updated. But, like, I don't always have time to, like, check all the applicant polls and stuff. But, like, having it in the sidebar is way, way easier for me, personally, as someone who goes in and out of inactivity a lot.
Yeah.
Have you noticed, anyway, sorry, that was kind of a long monologue, but have you noticed any difference, like, or what's the result been so far with the sidebar, or like the recent applicant poll streamlinedness?
Yeah, I think so far, I mean, I know like for myself, and for some of the other councils, it's like it's a lot easier for us to remember to go in and check everything's running smoothly. Sometimes we didn't always do that because you can get easily distracted. But yeah, it's a very good tool, and I think it just keeps them in mind. They're very easy to get lost on the actual forum. I had too much air in my mouth then. It's very easy to get lost on the forum, so I think having that on the sidebar just shows, there's actually someone in there who I've not seen. It's just that extra step to get people more aware of it, and it is working so far.
Awesome. That's awesome. That's really cool. It'll be interesting to see like what the application process will be like a year from now, and then a year. I feel like it changes a lot in a good way. It's like a good thing that it changes, because it's always about like finding that balance between people and new people. That's cool. All right, so moving on. This is kind of an exciting topic, and I think it's cool that it's towards the end here. The JAWA Arts Showcase, number 2. I feel really bad in saying this, but I guess I missed the showcase number 1. But I think based on the title, which is also honestly the only thing I know about this right now. I like the idea of a showcase, a JAWA Arts showcase. So, you want to tell us a little bit about the JAWA Arts showcase, or like what exactly is the JAWA Arts showcase for me, maybe,
Yes.
if no one else?
So, as a sort of a brief breakdown of what the showcase is for arts, it's basically a series of sort of topics that we will show something in. The showcase part of the showcase is where members of the club will show what they've done either that month or in like before that month, depending if they've shown it before. It can be like a good progress thing, especially if you're working on a big project like a skin or a model. You can show the progress on that. And mainly the showcase is just to let people know that we are doing things, because it's not, people don't always post in showcase and requests. Like I've had about 3 requests within about a week, and that's not been on the forum. That's just been like in private messages or on Skype.
Cool.
So people are not always aware that we actually are doing something. So I think this was a happy medium between opening the arts forum up to everyone, which I didn't really want to do because I wanted to keep that sort of. We don't always want to show our most rubbish work, even though we show that to each other, because we're able to sort of critique each other in a more serious way, I guess, than people might misconstrue on the actual forum.
Right, absolutely. That makes sense.
As artists, and you as a musician, you need that from other musicians, not other artists.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it's just a way to let people know what we're doing, and what we're liking around the site. And I've also started a short comic series with the showcase.
Cool. It might even be cool to, I don't know, I just had an idea, but it might be cool to like maybe get like some video, like a video slideshow or something, or just like a slideshow of the art in the showcase to be like kind of played as a video that people can kind of watch. That might be a cool thing for the future too.
Yeah, that's actually kind of a cool idea. It would certainly probably make it a lot easier for people to look at, I guess.
You could incorporate music into that too. Like, I could create some music, and then the music could be playing during the slideshow or something. That would be kind of fun.
Definitely an idea to try out.
Anyway,
that's pretty much it.
Cool.
Obviously, this has been the second one. We're going to do the third one. I've already got things to show, and I know some other people have as well. So, we're going to keep doing it. They've really received good feedback so far. Great.
That's awesome to hear. I'll definitely remember to check this out. And is there somewhere I can check out the first one too, since I missed it? Is it in a thread, or is it like awesome? I'll go do that.
They're all released in the announcements section.
Awesome. Cool. That's good to know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so like out of it. I'm so like not aware of what's going on. But yeah, I'm gonna do some catching up soon. That's really cool. Yeah, I think it's important as any kind of artist to just like be able to showcase your stuff, to be able to have other people see it. And I think that's the point of making art anyway, right? It's like to express whatever you want to express as an individual, but like it's important for people to hear or see or experience that as well. So it's really cool. I think it's very cool of JAWA, and I can't say I've seen it in other clans, that JAWA like has a respect and like understanding for like just art in general. Not that other clans don't, but like I feel like we have a very cool like way of appreciating and celebrating diversity and art and expression of any kind in the clan, which is really cool. Keeps it very accepting and everything like that. Anyway, so is there anything else you want to add to, or about anything? Is there anything else you want to say about closing notes or anything before we wrap things up here?
No, I think that pretty much sums up everything.
Cool. All right. Thank you guys so much for checking out the podcast and everything. I have one more announcement to make before we close things off here, but Other than that, you guys have gotten the important stuff. The Teamspeak Revival, Promotion Day, special event days, the Applicant poll streamlinedness of epic proportions, and the JAWA Arts Showcase. So keep an eye out for those things, and thank you guys so much for listening. So this is my announcement. Well, you guys know I'm obviously, like I've said like 850 times on the last 20 minutes of this recording, that I'm very inconsistent with my inactivity. And I'm very not like, I'm not, I don't have like a steady location where I'm based generally. I'm from LA originally, but I'm in New York a lot. But on top of that, I travel a lot because of music, and part of that is because the music I predominantly play is improvised or like jazz music, hence the name Jazzy. But basically it's hard, like jazz venues, because jazz is obviously, it's not pop music, you know, it's harder to make a living playing jazz music. So something that you kind of have to do as somebody who plays less than pop music, not necessarily, not less than, but less popular music, is you have to be careful about venues and concert places that you play at. So you have to travel a lot, whatnot. I mean, I can explain that in a deeper way if you guys are curious. You can just message me, whatever. But that being said, don't worry. I know I'm probably scaring everybody. I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. I'll still be around. I'll still be talking on podcasts. I'll still be obnoxiously competitive on the server, and I'll be attending leagues and stuff once school starts and I'm back into the groove of things. But I will be stepping down from council when this episode is released. And I thought about it a lot. This has been my longest run as a council member, and I'd like to thank Diab, who's director of the podcast, for letting me make this announcement in person rather than having to put like a long cheesy post that, like, I don't know. I just feel like it's better for me to do it here because I don't think too much of it. It's more of just like, all right, this is what's going to happen. I'm not worried. The council's awesome. They'll probably find some really great person to take my place or to take other people's place. I don't know. Maybe Nightwing will decide later what the deal is with that, and Link. You guys can figure that out. But anyway, I'll be stepping down. It's been awesome. And thank you, Nightwing, for having me on the council, just because you're here. And thanks to all the other council members if you're listening, and it's been really cool. So that's my announcement. But I'll see you guys around the server, and I'll see everybody soon. And this has been the JAWA Podcast episode. I have no idea. Season, I also don't know. But it'll be in the title. So I'll leave Diab to take care of all that stuff. Anyway, thank you guys. JAWA Podcast. Nightwing. See you guys.
Bye.